Hello, coin enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. If you love learning about rare and valuable coins, you're in the right place. Before we jump in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on our exciting videos about hidden treasures in the world of numismatics. Rarest coins today. We've got something truly incredible to talk about, a coin that's been hiding in plain sight for decades but is now worth an astounding $4.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. A 1965 Washington quarter could be the key to a fortune. But why is this particular coin so valuable, and how can you spot one? Let's dive in and explore the mystery of the 1965 Washington quarter. So, let's start with the basics. This is a standard 1965 Washington quarter, a coin that many of us have probably seen or even spent in our lifetime. The Washington quarter was minted every year, and 1965 was no different. This coin was made with the usual copper-nickel composition and was released into circulation as part of the regular U.S. coinage of the time. Now, if we take a step back into history, you'll find that 1965 was a pivotal year in U.S. coinage. It was the first year that the U.S. Mint stopped producing 90% silver coins and transitioned to using a copper-nickel composition for quarters and dimes, due to a nationwide silver shortage. In fact, all quarters minted after 1964 and up until 1998 were made from this new metal mix, rarest coins. But here's where the plot thickens. While most 1965 Washington quarters are made with this copper-nickel composition, there's a rare exception. A few of those quarters were mistakenly struck on 90% silver plan case, which were left over from before the silver change, and that's what makes this coin so special. Some of these 1965 Washington quarters made on silver plan case are worth up to $4.5 million. Let's break down what makes this error so valuable. Normally, a 1965 Washington quarter should weigh 5.67 grams and have a copper-nickel composition. But the silver 1965 quarter, if you can find one, will weigh about 6.25 grams and have a distinct silver shine, much like the pre-1965 quarters. The error happens when the U.S. Mint accidentally struck these silver plan case, which were supposed to be discarded, with a 1965 quarter design. And that's where the magic happens. To the untrained eye, a regular 1965 quarter might look just like any other coin. But once you start inspecting it closely, you'll notice the differences. The silver version will have a different shine, a different weight, and when you flip it, the edges will be slightly more reflective. Rarest coins. Here's a quick way to tell the difference. If you have a 1965 Washington quarter in your collection, you should first check the weight. If the coin weighs 6.25 grams, there's a good chance it could be made of silver. But don't stop there. You'll want to take a closer look at the color and shine. A 1965 silver quarter will have a more brilliant shine than a standard copper-nickel one. The difference is subtle but noticeable. If you suspect you've found one of these rare silver 1965 quarters, it's essential to get it authenticated. Professional coin grading services, such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, can confirm whether your coin is genuine. And if it is, you could be holding one of the most valuable coins in modern U.S. numismatics. Rarest coins. Coin expert. Interview. Coins like the 1965 silver Washington quarter are so rare because they were never meant to be struck. These silver plan case were meant to be discarded, and the fact that some of them made it through the production process means there's a very limited number of them out there. This is why the demand for them is so high. If you have one of these coins in mint condition, it's truly a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. Over the years, these coins have surfaced at high-profile auctions, with some of the rarest 1965 silver Washington quarters fetching unbelievable price. Hello, coin lovers. Welcome back to the channel. If you're passionate about rare and valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of our incredible coin discoveries. Rarest coins today, we have something truly extraordinary to discuss, the 1994p Washington quarter, a coin that has captured the attention of numismatists and collectors alike, and for a very good reason. This coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.2 million. Yes, you heard me right. Most of us think of a 1994 Washington quarter as just another regular quarter, right? But what if I told you that a certain era coin from 1994 has become one of the most valuable and sought after in modern U.S. numismatics? Let's dive into the fascinating story of the 1994p Washington quarter and find out how it went from being an everyday coin to a multi-million-dollar treasure. Let's start with the basics. This is a standard 1994p Washington quarter issued by the U.S. Mint at the Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the AP Mint mark. It's made from the usual copper-nickel alloy and has been in circulation for decades, spending years in people's pockets and vending machines across the country. Rarest coins. Looking at this coin, it seems like just another quarter, right? Nothing special. But here's where things get interesting. A very rare and unusual error occurred with some of these 1994p quarters, which has sent the coin collecting world into a frenzy. The key to this rare coin's massive value lies in an extraordinary minting error that resulted in a very specific, highly coveted variety. So, what exactly makes these coins so valuable? The 1994p Washington quarter we're talking about is one with a clashed die error. Now, you may be wondering, what is a clashed die? Well, let me explain. A clashed die error happens when two coin dies collide without a plan kit between them. A coin die is used to strike the design onto the surface of the coin, but in this case, the dies accidentally strike each other, leaving an imprint of one die on the other. The result is that the design of one side of the coin appears on the other side, creating a distinctive and unique error. This is exactly what happened with the small batch of 1994p quarters, and it's what makes them so rare and valuable. Rarest coins. If you look at this coin closely, you'll see a clear indication of the clashed die error. On the obverse, the front of the coin, you'll notice that the reverse design has left an imprint. You can make out parts of the eagle's wings and the United States of America inscription that should be on the back of the coin, but instead, it's visible faintly on the front, along the edge of George Washington's portrait. Clashed die errors like these are incredibly rare because they happen during the minting process when the dies come into contact without a plan kit between them. This mistake is hard to replicate, which is why only a few coins with this particular error exist, and that rarity is what drives the value. $2 million. Rarest coins. Now, the 1994p Washington quarter with the clashed die error has commanded astronomical prices at auction. In some instances, these quarters have sold for as much as $2.2 million. That's right up. This a simple error has turned a coin that most people would overlook into a multi-million-dollar collector's item. But how did this coin go from being an ordinary quarter to a multi-million-dollar discovery? The value comes from the rarity and the uniqueness of the clashed die error. When people first discovered these coins, they were amazed by the unusual imprint, and since these errors are so rare, they quickly became highly desirable among collectors, especially those looking for something truly exceptional to add to their collections. Rarest coins. So, how can you identify a 1994p Washington quarter with the clashed die error? It's all about inspection. First, you'll want to closely examine the obverse side of the coin, particularly around the edge of George W. Hello, coin collectors and history buffs. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss any of our exciting coin discovery videos. Rarest coins. Today, we're talking about something truly extraordinary in the world of numismatics, in the 1995d Washington quarter that has a value of, wait for it, $2 million. Yes, you heard that right, a coin that you can still find in your pocket change is worth an eye-popping amount of money. But why is it so valuable, and how can you spot one? Let's dive in. First, let's talk about the coin in question. This is your typical 1995d Washington quarter. At first glance, You might think it's just another standard coin minted by the U.S. Mint. After all, the 1995D Washington quarter is common. Millions of these were produced. Rarest coins. Back in 1995, the U.S. Mint produced over 1.6 billion quarters with the AD Mint mark, indicating they were struck at the Denver Mint. For many years, the 1995D quarter was considered to be just another ordinary coin circulating in your pockets and change jars. But what if I told you that a handful of these coins carry a hidden treasure, a mistake that could make you a millionaire? Let's talk about the infamous 1995D Washington quarter with an incredible error that has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. Rarest coins. You see, the error in question is what's called a double die variety. A double die is a minting error where the design is struck into the coin more than once. In this case, the doubling occurs in the mint mark AD, as well as in parts of the lettering and the design. Under magnification, you can clearly see the doubling on the mint mark AD, instead of a crisp and clear AD that you'd expect from a normal 1995D Washington quarter. This particular coin has a AD that looks like it's been stamped twice, giving it a doubled appearance. This happens when the die, which is used to stamp the design onto the coin, is misaligned during the minting process. Now, let's talk about the importance of this error. While doubling of the mint mark is rare, it's not entirely uncommon in the world of coin collecting. But here's the kicker: this particular 1995D double die quarter is considered one of the most valuable modern U.S. coins. Why? Because only a handful of these coins are known to exist, and the demand for rare coins like this one is through the roof. Rarest coins at auctions. These coins have fetched mind-blowing prices. Some of the highest recorded sales have reached an eye-popping $2 million. And it's not just about the rarity. The 1995D quarter with this error is highly sought after by collectors, especially those specializing in minting errors. The 1995D double die quarter is one of the most famous modern coin errors in the numismatic world. It's extremely rare, and it's the kind of coin that you would never expect to find in your change. But the key to its value is in the error itself, for this isn't just a regular quarter. It's a historical anomaly. Rarest coins. So, how do you know if you've got a $2 million coin sitting in your change jar? Let's break down how to spot a 1995D Washington quarter with the double die error. First, you'll want to look at the mint mark. It should be located just below the A and God We Trust inscription on the obverse of the coin. If you see the mint mark AD looking a bit off, as if it's been doubled or there are extra faint markings around it, then you might just have a winner. Rarest coins. Next, carefully examine the coin's lettering, especially the A Liberty and A in God We Trust inscriptions. A double die error can cause the letters to look like they have a shadow or appear to be doubled. And of course, look for any doubling on the details of George Washington's face or hair. These are the key areas where the error could show up. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, so you never miss an exciting dive into the world of rare coins. And if you're a collector, today's video is one you won't want to miss. Rarest coins. Today, we're going to talk about an incredibly rare coin, the 1979D Washington quarter that is worth an astounding $2.5 million. Yes, you heard that right, a quarter, from 1979, a coin you could find in your pocket change, could be worth a fortune if you know what to look for. So, let's explore why this specific coin is worth millions and how you can tell if you've got one in your collection. Rarest coins. First, let's talk about the basics. This is a 1979D Washington quarter. The AD mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Denver Mint, and it's a standard coin from that year. As you can see, there's nothing particularly special about it, right? Back in 1979, over 360 million Washington quarters were minted at the Denver Mint, making it a fairly common coin in circulation. For most of us, This would be the type of coin you'd get from your local store or maybe even find in your pocket change. But what if I told you that some of these quarters hold a secret, a rare error that makes them worth millions of dollars? What makes this coin so valuable is an extremely rare minting error. We're talking about a double die error. And not just any error, a very specific kind that has been causing a stir in the world of numismatics. The coin I'm referring to is the 1979D Washington quarter with a remarkable double die obverse, and it could be worth up to $2.5 million in the right conditions. Rarest coins. So, what exactly is a double die? Well, when a coin is being struck, the design is impressed onto the coin surface by a die. Normally, this die will strike the coin once, but in rare cases, it strikes more than once. This is what creates the doubled effect. In the case of the 1979D Washington quarter, the doubling is most noticeable on the obverse, or the head side, of the coin. The doubling can be found on the A Liberty inscription and the A In God We Trust text, but the real giveaway is in the mint mark itself. The AD mint mark is dramatically doubled. You'll see a faint secondary AD to the right or slightly below the primary one. It's a very distinctive feature that collectors have been actively searching for. Rarest coins. Take a look at these two 1979D quarters side by side. On this one, you'll see an normal mint mark AD, and on this one, we've got the famous double die mint mark. See the difference? It's subtle. But if you look closely, you'll notice the extra detail in the doubled mint mark. This is what makes these coins so special. These double die quarters are incredibly rare, and, as you might imagine, they're highly sought after by collectors. In fact, some of the highest quality specimens have sold for over $2.5 million at auction. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, how could a coin from 1979 be worth that much? It all comes down to the rarity, the error itself, and the demand within the collector market. Coin expert interview. Coins like the 1979D double die quarter are part of what makes coin collecting so exciting. When these errors occur, they make a regular coin into something much more valuable. The fact that so few of these errors exist and that they've survived in good condition is what drives the prices up to astronomical levels. Rarest coins. So, how do you go about finding one of these coins? Well, first, you need to carefully examine any 1979D quarters you have. The most important thing to look for is that doubled AD mint mark. It's very specific, and once you know what to look for, you'll be able to spot it. Take your time and look closely at the mint mark. You'll notice the doubling on the left or right side of the ADA and sometimes even slightly below. This is the key. Hey there, coin collectors, welcome back to the channel. Rarest coins. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a new video about rare, valuable, and sometimes shocking coins that could be hiding right in your pocket. Today, we have an incredible discovery to share you, a 1972 Washington quarter that's worth an astonishing $2.7 million. Yes, you heard that right, a 1972 quarter worth millions. Now, most people would look at a 1972 Washington quarter and think it's just another standard coin from the past. But what if I told you that there's a rare version of this coin that's worth far more than just its face value? In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1972 Washington quarter and explore how one of these coins ended up fetching $2.7 million at auction. Rarest coins. Let's start with the basics. This is what a regular 1972 Washington quarter looks like. Here minted at the Philadelphia Mint and bearing the signature design of George Washington, along with the familiar eagle on the reverse. In 1972, the U.S. Mint produced millions of these quarters for circulation, so finding one in your change isn't all that rare. But, as we'll soon see, not all 1972 quarters are created equal. Rarest coins. Most of these quarters are pretty common, with the typical copper-nickel composition, weighing 5.67 grams and featuring the same design we've seen on countless other quarters. But there's a small group of 1972 quarters that are anything but ordinary. These coins feature a rare and remarkable error that has captured the attention of coin collectors and investors worldwide. So, what makes this particular 1972 Washington quarter worth millions? Rarest coins. Here's where the magic happens. The 1972 Washington quarter in question isn't just any regular quarter up. It features a rare and highly sought-after error known as the 8 double die variety. Now, you may be wondering, what exactly is a 8 double die error? Well, let me break it down for you. A double die error happens during the minting process when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned or improperly pressed. This results in the design being imprinted onto the coin twice, creating a doubling effect on certain letters, numbers, and even parts of the image. For the 1972 Washington quarter, this means the A Liberty inscription, the date, and even part of George Washington's profile appear doubled, making it incredibly unique. Rarest coins. Pointing to the coin, look closely here at the A Liberty text, the date A 1972, and even Washington's chin. You can see the distinct doubling effect. It's not just a faint, blurry duplication, it's clear and visible. This dramatic doubling makes this coin stand out from other 1972 quarters, and that's why it has become such a prized treasure among coin collectors. So, why is this coin worth so much? Well, the double die error on a 1972 Washington quarter is extremely rare. Only a handful of these coins exist in good condition, and when one surfaces, it creates a bidding frenzy. The value of these coins can reach mind-blowing amounts, with some 1972 double die quarters being sold for upwards of $2.7 million at auctions. Yes, $2.7 million. Rarest coins in recent years. The 1972 Washington quarter with this double die error has been one of the hottest coins on the market. When one of these coins goes up for auction, collectors from all over the world compete to own it, pushing the price higher and higher. It's the rarity, the historical significance, and of course, the stunning visual appeal of the double design that make it so desirable. Rarest coins. Coin expert. Interview. The 1972 double die Washington quarter is a prime example of how an error in the minting process can turn a relatively ordinary coin into $1 million find. The error was caused by a slight misalignment of the die during the production process, and the result was a coin with an unmistakable doubling effect. The rarity of those coins, combined with their striking visual appeal, makes them highly sought after by collectors. Hey there, coin enthusiasts, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a deep dive into rare coins that could be worth big bucks. Rarest coins. Today, we're talking about a coin that's left collectors in a 1981 Washington quarter that's worth an incredible $2.5 million. It sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But trust me, this coin is no ordinary piece of pocket change. Rarest coins. At first glance, a 1981 Washington quarter might seem like a regular, run-of-the-mill coin you'd find in your pocket or vending machine. But as we dig deeper, you'll see that a very special error took place in the minting of some of these coins, an error that turned them into one of the most valuable Washington quarters in history. So, stick with me as we uncover how a single 1981 quarter became worth millions. Let's start by taking a look at a typical 1981 Washington quarter. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the AD mint mark, and features the classic design of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. The quarter weighs 5.67 grams and is made from the usual copper-nickel alloy. Rarest coins. So, what makes this coin so special? Well, here's where things get interesting. While most 1981 quarters are just like any other in circulation, a rare minting error caused the select number of these coins to become incredibly valuable. So, what's the big deal with the 1981 quarter? Let's talk about the error that caused these quarters to become worth a whopping $2.5 million. Rarest coins. The 1981 Washington quarter in question is known for a unique and highly sought-after error, a double die error that occurred with the mint mark. This is where things get exciting. A double die error happens when the die used to strike the coin has a misalignment or an extra strike during the minting process. This results in an image or design element being imprinted onto the coin more than once, creating a distinct doubling effect. Imagine the press at the US Mint striking a coin, but for some reason, the die doesn't align perfectly or strikes a little more than once. The result is a faint ghosting effect or doubling, which makes parts of the design appear as though they've been stamped twice. For the 1981D Washington quarter, the error happened with the AD mint mark on the reverse of the coin. Rarest coins. Pointing to the coin, here's a closer look at the 1981D quarter with the double die mint mark error. Notice how the AD mint mark appears not only once, but twice. There's a faint second AD just to the right of the primary mint mark. This doubling effect is caused by the die misalignment during the minting process. So, why is this error so significant? The 1981D Washington quarter with the double die mint mark error is considered incredibly rare. Not all 1981D quarters have this error. Only a handful of them are struck with this misaligned die, and because of this, these coins have become one of the most desirable and expensive varieties in the Washington quarter series. Rarest coins. In fact, one of these 1981D double die quarters sold at auction for a staggering $2.5 million. That's right up. This coin went from being a simple quarter in circulation to a multi-million-dollar collector's item, thanks to its rarity and unique error. At auction, it attracted attention from collectors and investors who were eager to get their hands on this piece of history. Rarest coins. The 1981D Washington quarter with the double die mint mark error is an incredibly rare find. The fact that such a small number of these coins were produced with the error makes them extremely valuable. Collectors are always looking for coins that have interesting stories behind them, and this particular error paired with the historical significance of the Washington quarter makes this coin highly sought after. If you think you've found a 1981D Washington quarter with this error, you'll want to. Hey there, coin collectors, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because today, we're diving into a coin that's worth an astonishing $6.5 million. Rarest coins. That's right, we're talking about the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter, a coin that, despite being minted in vast numbers, holds the potential to be a rare treasure if you know exactly what to look for. You might be wondering, how could a coin like the 1776 to 1976 quarter, which was produced in such large quantities to commemorate America's bicentennial, be worth that much? Well, as it turns out, there's a very rare version of this coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike. So, stick with me as we uncover the mystery behind this $6.5 million Washington quarter. Rarest coins. Let's start by understanding the basics. The 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter was part of the U.S. Mint special issue to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. To mark this momentous occasion, the Mint struck millions of those quarters, and they feature a unique design on the reverse, showcasing the image of a colonial drummer and a patriotic bell. The obverse, of course, still features the iconic portrait of George Washington. Rarest coins. Now, the regular 1776 to 1976 quarters, like this one, are not rare. They were produced by the millions at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. In fact, they were released into circulation for years and can still be found in rolls or changed today. But while most of these bicentennial quarters are worth their face value of 25 cents, a few of them, thanks to a rare error, can command prices in the millions. But what's the secret? What makes a 1776 to 1976 quarter worth such a fortune? Here's where the magic happens. The 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter that's worth $6.5 million is actually a special edition silver-proof coin, but not just any silver-proof. We're talking about a coin that was struck with the wrong metal alloy during the minting process. Normally, the bicentennial quarters were made with a copper-nickel-clad composition, but a small number were mistakenly struck in solid silver. Rarest coins. While most of the 1776 to 1976 quarters were clad with copper-nickel, A few silver coins slipped through the cracks. The official silver version of this coin was part of a limited edition proof set, issued to collectors in 1976. However, a handful of silver coin set intended for proof sets were accidentally struck as regular circulation coins. These coins were then released into general circulation, creating an incredibly rare and valuable variety. Pointing to the coin, here's where it gets interesting. Normally, the 1776 to 1976 quarters are copper nickel, but these special era coins are solid silver, making them extremely rare and highly valuable. The key to identifying these silver quarters is to look for a distinct weight difference. The standard 1776 to 1976 quarter weighs about 5.67 grams, but the silver version weighs in at about 6.25 grams due to the higher density of silver. Now, you're probably wondering, how did a 1776 to 1976 quarter end up being worth $6.5 million? Well, in the coin world, finding a coin like these, especially in uncirculated or gem quality condition, can trigger an auction frenzy. In recent years, one of these rare silver era quarters was sold for an unbelievable $6.5 million. Why? Because it's not just rare, it's historically significant, and a true piece of American numismatic history. Rarest coins. When the 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter with the silver era coin hit the auction block, collectors were lining up to get their hands on it. The bidding went through the roof as people competed for this once-in-a-lifetime treasure. The auction ended with a final sale price of $6.5 million, making it one of the most expensive quarters ever sold. The 1776 to 1976 Washington quarter struck in silver is considered one of the most famous,